Well, gee, just making a simple little post sure spurred a giant reaction from the troll community now, didn't it? Must have hit a nerve of some kind. Well, let's just do it again and give them some more play toys. Here you go. Here's an article, How Social Stress Messes with Genes. An interesting thing, of course, about monkeys, and people are going to try to apply that to people. But it's all about this idea that the environment can actually change the DNA, barring random mutations actually creating the DNA to change bacteria into humans and pterodactyls. Many compromising creationists and atheistic evolutionists have been trying to bring in this Altenberg 16 genomic plasticity thing, where the environment actually changes the DNA and then it gets inherited to the next generation. Is that what messing with the genes is? That's what just looking at the title of the article might lead you to believe. But like so many things, if we take a closer look, it turns out that the psychological environment is going to change brain chemistry and hormone levels and all kinds of stuff like that, which will actually then trigger a pre-programmed response in the level of gene activity. The same gene is there, all of the mechanics were in place to change the activity of the gene. You see, many times gene activity is the only difference. The FOXP2 gene that controls our brain development is only produces an enzyme for growth of the brain that's only 2 amino acids different from that in monkeys. Yet, it's the actual enzyme production and the gene activity is what Svante Pabo at the Max Planck Institute said is really the key. And that is controlled by, well, a master control set of genes that we don't understand yet. But that 2 amino acid difference isn't enough to explain the fact that our brains are 3 times bigger and we're capable of speech and building space shuttles and monkeys are not. The same FOXP2 gene is found in many, many creatures, and their brains are not like ours. We have different gene activity for different growth enzymes and things like that. But where that comes from is a little more complicated, and as things get more complicated, tweaking such a system by random mutations instead of some sort of thing where Mother Nature or Gaia works her magic, well, it just becomes more and more of a story that has got to be believed, much like what they accuse us creationists of. Let's just stick to facts now and not rhetoric, opinions, or theories, and maybe we'll get some science thinking done. Keep thinking, Dr. J.